You couldn't beat this with a whole bottle of Jergens and a handful of paper towels.
Playing the big game by land or sea, smoking a camel and drinking brandy, hunting big bucks. You might think he's nuts, but he's better than porn. It's still in outdoors.
Well, folks, hard to believe, but we're back on Hardwater again. Quick as that. January, been a fairly mild winter for us so far. We ain't got a lot of ice, so we've crept back into a little honey hole of a pond that's been closed over. We got about 5-6 inches of ice. Just hiked in here. Took us about a half an hour to get in here. Fiercer than hell. We're going to try and catch some brook trout. Try and maybe cook a few up on the beach. Sun's just coming up. I'm going to have me a little sip of coffee here to warm up, and then I'm going to fire my traps out. So, we'll be back with you shortly. Fiercer than hell. Fishing for brookies. 2012, Dylan Outdoors. Woo! He's out there chiseling his holes. I'm going to have me another little sip of coffee, I guess. Gather up a little more ambition. I'm going to go chisel my holes. Just getting in here, just getting warmed up. Have me a sip of coffee and a smoke, and then I'm going to fire my traps out. 2012, Dylan Outdoors. Nice warm coffee. Chiseling, it ain't easy, but it is what it is. It's a lot easier than lugging an auger all the way up in here, so we're going to chisel these holes out, take our time. The sun hasn't even rised yet, so we're in here plenty early, going to have a good day. And we have water! Woohoo! First hole. Brook trout fishing 2012. If you are going to be chiseling, good chisel's the way to go. Well, just getting my trap set out, come back, look down my hole, and I see this one is hard under the ice. Heritage traps, even if they're set real light, they're a little bit hard to set off for these little brook trout, but I come and I see this one's hard under the ice, and I hauled up my trap and looked, and sure and shit, we got a nice brook trout on here. Nice, healthy brook trout. Look at that trout in the sunlight, folks. Look at that fish. Look at them colors. He's 11 inches, right on the money. Nice, perfect size panfish eater right there, folks. That's what we come for. Dylan Outdoors, 2012 on the money. Got this brook trout out right now. Well, it's good and slimed up because I don't have any eggs out here, so that natural coating will help to make the batter stick. So I'm gonna cut his head off right there behind the first set of fins. I'm gonna slice him up from the rectum up to the front. I'm just gonna take my finger, get in there, and peel some of the guts out. Make sure we don't have any pine needles or sprills or sticks or anything on him. Dump him right into our bag of pancake batter. Biscuit pancake batter is what we use. There, leave him right down in there until we catch a few more, and then we're gonna have us a little shore fry. Alright folks, these fish are being finicky. Being really finicky. I've had 3 stolen baits, 1 sucked on, and I've caught 1. And haven't had a flag go off yet, so show you a little trick, you know, to each his own, do whichever you want. I'm just going to show you a little trick I do when you're fishing for small fish like this, and they're really sensitive about tripping the flag. If you got a heritage trap, which a lot of people fish, I fish, this is the only traps I fish, you want to take your reel, and you take that little black knob, you want to wind it back a little bit from the trigger, just a little bit. And that way there, the fish has a little bit of a running start before it hits that trigger, because that trigger does have a little bit of friction. So what you want to do is set that trigger just a half a turn or so back from the trigger, so that that fish has a little time to run, a little momentum, and it'll trip that flag before he even knows. That right there is a flag. And this is no BS. I'm talking no bullshit. This is 5 minutes, maybe more like 3 minutes after I just turned all my reels back to give them that little bit of spin before it actually hit the trigger. And I've got my first flag of the day. True, swear to God, true story. Let's see what happens. Woohoo! We know we got a fish on there, boys and girls. Fucking definite spinning, turning. We're going to grab him. We're going to snap the hook up right here. We're going to try and set this camera. It is what it is, and it's the best camera angle I can get. But we got us a wall banger, folks. Just a true blue legend. Legend of this pond. Got a nice fish right here. Got a nice fish on for a brook trout. I don't know if I'm hauling in a beaver. This could be a beauty. He may be down, he may be wrapped in weeds, I don't know. But this is a heavy fish for the pond we're fishing. We're fishing a pond that's heavily stocked. Usually talking 8-10 inch brook trout. Right now, I got some weight coming here, folks. Could be weeds, could be a walloping fish. We're going to find out. Woohoo! Fucking beauty! Got us another about 11 inch brook trout. Shore lunch. I already got my lunch. Them guys can F off. I don't care if they starve. They brought hot dogs. They'll survive. But I'm eating fucking brook trout today. Woo! Bunch of weeds come up. He went down, got wrapped in the weeds. Felt some weight coming. It was just the weeds, but beautiful fish. That's what I'm talking about. Hardwater fishing, 2012, Dillon Outdoors, sun in my face. Whoa! Yeah! Just set them effing reels back. Just got them. Just pulled the little trick. See if it would work. And sure enough, right out of the gates, it paid off. That's what I'm talking about. I set all my reels so they got to turn back. And I've started hooking these fish. Hooking my bait on a little different way. Just in the meat that's left, just behind the head. Right there. Hook it right up so you don't hit the spine. Does two things. Makes the bait swim down because the hook's heavier. It's on its head. Makes the fish point down. It kicks with its tail. The fish swims down. Eliminates tangles. And 90% of fish swallow the bait I'm out here fishing with Josh the Squash Nelson and old Rob. Those of us who know him, we can call him Robert. Robert. Those of you who don't, you better call him Rob. There he is, Rob. Nice to have you along today. Glad you could make it out. Got him the brook trout.
I don't know if you can see that, but it is.
This is what ice fishing's all about, folks. Today's an enjoyable day. There's no snow to trudge through. We got a nice campfire. We got a fish on. We got stuff to fry up, a nice little shore lunch. We got a nice hot cup of coffee waiting for me when I get done catching this fish. I mean, this is what fishing's all about. Enjoyable time. Chub. That is not what fishing's all about, folks. What in the fuck is that? What in the F is that? Jeez, here I am, thought I had me a nice brookie on again, and what have I got? A GD chub. Jeez. Talk about fucking party pooper, day ruiner. It is what it is. Just have a sip of coffee and smile about it.
Right there. Another one for the fry pan.
Beautiful. We're gonna have us a little fish fry, a little shore lunch from the brook trout we have caught today. This is what we're doing. We got a fry pan, we got some vegetable oil. We're gonna give it about a 1/4 inch of oil. Set that on the outskirts of the fire. Let that get good and hot. Got our oil all heated up. We're just gonna lay them beauties right in there. Stack them in there nice and tight. Take out the old Gerber tool that every man should own. Take out our knife. Well, there you have it. Shore lunch, hot, crispy, crunchy fish fillets on the shore. Give them a good ration of salt while they're all good and crispy hot. Split that beauty open, peel the backbone out, have hot, crispy, crunchy, delicious, fresh brook trout on the shore. Dillon Outdoors, it's why we do it. 2012, Dillon Outdoors, catching and frying some shore lunch. I gotta eat the rest of this trout, folks. I'll be back to you. Gonna take the last little shot of brandy here. Get me a beauty milk mustache going and let you know that today has been a good day. If I break a leg on the walkout, still been a good day. Dillon Outdoors 2012. Hope you. Today is a great day. If you wake up in the morning and you put your pants on one leg at a time, it's a good day. If you come out, put your pants on one leg at a time, catch a couple brookies, cook them on the beach, it's a great day. Finish off the day, first official outing of 2012, hardwater fishing, Dillon Outdoors. It's been one hell of a day. To top it all off, after we had our good fish fry on the shore, we're going to have one more fish fry at home. Just landed me a beauty. He's nice, 13, 14 inch, nice chunk to it. What a beauty. I mean, what an awesome day of fishing. This is one of the prettiest fish on earth. The old North American brook trout. Beauty. One of my favorite fish to catch. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Dillon Outdoors. Dillon Outdoors signing off. First official day of hardwater fishing 2012, folks. Tried to do everything legal today, but I didn't exactly read the fine print of the main law book. And I'll tell you, if you do something wrong, you will get caught. Final conclusion to this day of fishing, like I said, it was a great day. If I broke my leg on the way out, it'd still be a great day. Got my violation. I'm going to sign it. It is what it is, and you might as well smile about it.
Playing the big game by land or sea, smoking a camel, drinking brandy, hunting big bucks. You might think he's nuts, but he's better than porn. It's Dillon